discussion, learning, and sharing of knowledge. Myself, Bhakya Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce, and it's my pleasure to host today's session. Prayer is the bridge between panic and peace. To begin the session with prayer, now I call upon Mr. J. Sebastian, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce, to lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come before you with gratitude as we begin this faculty development program. Thank you for the gift of knowledge, the passion to teach, and the opportunity to grow. We seek your guidance in all that we do. Bless our founder, Reverend Father Dr. J.E. Arulraj, Priya, my sisters, Emma, my fathers, our staff, and all of us. Bless each faculty member gathered here, that we may be inspired to nurture and guide our students with wisdom, patience, and compassion. May this program be a time of learning, collaboration, and renewal. Fill us with your grace so that we may be instruments of positive change in our institution and society. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, sir, for the start. Now I call upon D. Rukmani, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce, to share details about our college.
Good afternoon to all. St.Joseph College Arts and Science is a co-educational Christian institution run by the Management of Society for Education for Life. This college has been established in 1994 and has been taken over by Reverend Father Dr. J.E. Arulraj, OMI, and managed by DMI Sisters from 2004. This college is approved by Government of Tamil Nadu, affiliated to University of Madras, accredited by NAC with Grade A, 2F status of UGC Act 1966, and ISO 21001-2018 certified institution. DMI is known for lifetime honorable tradition of imparting quality education to the society and rendering social service without discrimination. Reverend Father Dr. J. Arulraj is the founder and chairman of the college. He is heavily supported by Reverend Sister S. Lalita, Superior General, and Reverend Sister S. Gnanaselvam, Managing Trustee of the Society. The vision of the college is to provide a disciplined life with a spiritual base to remain fully alive and fully human.
Thank you, ma'am. As we are about to start this faculty development program, now I call upon Ms. F. Joel Preeti, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce, to give welcome address.
Good afternoon to everyone. This is Joy Preeti, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce. Feels happy to present the speech. A warm welcome to all present here. It gives immense pleasure to welcome our humble Reverend Sister Dr. M. Devi, Administrator. We welcome your sister and welcoming our energetic principal, Dr. R. Ruben. We welcome you, sir. On behalf of our management and PG Department of Commerce, along with IQSC and IEC, we welcome you all. It gives immense pleasure to welcome our session resource person, Dr. S. Premalata of the day. We welcome you, ma'am. Now I welcome all the faculties, resource scholars, and students present for today's section. We welcome you all. I'm sure that this section will enlighten us all and hope this section will provide you to gain adequate knowledge. Once again, I warmly welcome everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for welcoming all. Next, move on to here to gain the thirst of rest. Now I call upon Dr. X. Gunasilan, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce, to provide the resource person introduction, followed by handing over the session.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. S. Munisan, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce. It is my absolute honor and a privilege to introduce your estimated resource person for today's sessions. I represent leaders and experts in education and research class where remarkable contribution and published more than 22 papers in UGC Catalyst and Scopus, national and international level paper presentation category, and attended the 42 seminar FDP participant. She is currently serving as Professor, Department of Commerce, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. She has 22 years of experience in this field. As is cleared net exam in 1st June 2006. She has undertaken seed money project and the industrial project. She was awarded as Permanent Educator Award 2019 by IRSP Green Thinking Research Society Best Teacher Award 2019 by ESN Journal and Research Excellence Award 2023 by ASUT Journal of Management Studies. She has been guiding force in shaping PhD scholar in commerce. We are truly privileged to take him as today to share insight and wisdom. Please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. S. Hemalata ma'am to today's sessions. We welcome you ma'am, and I am handing over the sessions to the resource person. Thank you.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. 1 second, sir.
Oh.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So very good afternoon to one and all here. And today we are going to see about the quality initiatives, enhancement and substance in academics and research. So this is about the quality of the faculty and the quality at the institution in order to get the accreditation. So actually, when you see the institutional accreditations and institutional objectives, this can be achieved only by achieving the faculty objective. These both should go in line. So the both should go in line to achieve the institutional objective. So we have the accreditation boards like NAC or NIRF or NBA. They have given certain parameters which we faculty have to do that. Then only the institution can achieve the objectives. So I have prepared this PPT in that angle by taking all the parameters of these accreditations. So I would like to share along with you. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible, sir?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Fine, fine. Okay. Sir, this is about quality initiatives, both in academics and then research. When I talk about the academic and research, let me go by one. When I talk about the academic quality, what we need to focus more is on curriculum design. So we have to start from the scratch itself, from curriculum design and selecting the teaching methodologies and strategies and student-centric approach. When we follow that, we are going in the right path. When I talk about the research quality, the faculty have to concentrate on innovative contribution in research and impactful findings that, and also how it is useful to the society. The ethical way of conducting research, these and all plays a major role when I talk about the quality in research. And not only that, when I talk about research, it's about the project proposal submission and getting funded from the government or non-government agencies. So the next one is quality enhancement. So first I told about the quality initiatives. The next one is enhancement, means existing is there, we are going to enhance it. And for this, when you see three major areas to be focused. One, curriculum design. If it is not adequate, if it is not up to the standard, that should be redesigned. And then the other one is faculty development. And then the next one is research infrastructure. The research infrastructure, of course, it should be given by the institution. So when we have all this, then we can talk about the quality enhancement. The next one is, now I told about the accreditation. Who is responsible for this? Of course, faculty and the institution is responsible for getting the quality assurance. But which agencies normally we come across? We may come across NAC, NIRF, NBA. These and all plays a major role in setting the quality standard, and also they ensure the accountability for institution. So they give the parameters. They give the what are the things to be done by the faculty, and they make sure that we are going in the right path. And when we talk about the internal quality, internally it will be in the hands of IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance Council. They will frame after seeing the parameters of this accreditation, they will frame the parameters for their own faculty, and they will fix it and make sure that everyone is running in the same path. So an internal framework of higher education institution contribute for continuous assessment, monitoring of quality assurance. So I have prepared major things I have taken from the parameters of NAC, and what contribution we are going to give for that to get the good quality assurance that we are going to see it now. Okay. The first one is I have taken OBE, outcome-based education. As I belong to university, we follow this OBE, and this is very important because now the pattern of design, curriculum design, everything we are following only OBE. OBE means it focuses on what students should achieve after completing a program. Outcome-based education, which means that the student should know what outcome he is going to get at the end of the completion of the program. And this is normally measured by program outcome, program-specific outcome, and the course outcome. By the end of the educational experience, that each and every student should achieve this goal. He has to make sure that he has achieved the outcome. What outcome he has perceived the degree that he has to achieve it. So what is the role of the faculty here is, the OBE says that the role of the faculty adopts as an instructor, trainer, facilitator, and mentor. It is totally different from the traditional way of teaching. So traditional way of teaching was a teacher-oriented one, and whereas now it has become student-centric oriented. So traditional education focuses on delivering content, covering material, but whereas OBE prioritize only the specific skills and knowledge that students be able to demonstrate at the end of their course. So that's what it is called, OBE. And it emphasizes achieving measurable outcome rather than just completing the coursework. So that's what OBE concentrate on, student-centric and flexible way of reading the course. Whereas the traditional method, we had teacher-centric and where it was very rigid. Curriculum was very fixed and rigid. But of course, OBE is not like that. It is totally student-centric and where we have the academic flexibility in that. So this is very, this may be new to many people, but OBE is very important thing what we are following. In future also, all arts and science, every university, every colleges has to follow this one. And as I told about OBE, I told about the concept called CO, PO, PSO. So what is PO is, it is program outcome, which means that that statement describes the knowledge, skill, attitude that graduate should have after completing a program. Program means, actually in universities and all, program means course. That means BCom, BBA is a program. Course means subject. Management accounting is a subject. That means that subject is, here we call it as course. So there will be a course outcome, and all courses will have their course outcomes of 4 to 5. For each unit will be having one outcome. For every unit there will be one outcome. So if I Usually we have 5 units. So if 5 units means there will be 5 outcomes. And altogether we will get the PO, that is program outcome. And there will be a mapping between CO and then PO. So this is called CO-PO mapping. And coming back to that, I told that PO is a statement which normally describes the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that graduates should have after completing the program, after completing their degree. And whereas CO is a statement that describes what students should be able to do after completing a course. Course means subject. So after completing the subject, what they are able to do, that is called course outcome. And we have PSO. PSO means program specific outcome. This says that it contains a statement that describes what students should be able to do in a specialized area after graduating from a program. And there is a program educational objective which says it is a broad statement that describes future careers and professional accomplishment of graduates. So this is how this CO, PO, all this plays a vital role in OBE. The next one is, okay, now I'm moving on to the next one, curriculum design and development. I told that the concept is, this may be new to the other stuff, but when the people are working for university, they know very well that we have to design the curriculum. We have to make the syllabus, everything we have to do, but it's not a very easy task. We have a procedure to be followed every time for every for curriculum, and also for each and every subject. We have steps to be followed. So say for example, we know that if we take a university, there will be stakeholders, that is interested parties. So as far as university is concerned, we may have a university management, students, faculty, staff, funding agency, or any other government organization, alumni, community. All these people are considered as a stakeholders, interested party of the institution. So what we have to do is, this curriculum, for curriculum development, we have to get the feedback from these stakeholders, which means that it is a process of getting and updating a curriculum based on the inputs and suggestions given by those stakeholders. So we frame the curriculum itself by getting the suggestions from the alumni, students, faculty, all these people. Then only we have to frame the curriculum. Because alumni, maybe a person will be there, she might have finished a program from our university. When she has gone to the employment, then only she will find that certain courses are not taught to us, but that is very much important for her employability. So in that cases, what she will do, she will come and again tell us that teachers, you did not include this in the curriculum, but it's very important for employment. This is very, very essential for us. So unless otherwise she says, he or she has come back and says, being an academician, we may not know about that because we do not have a practical exposure in the industry. We are not going there and working. So what will happen is we need input from our own alumni. Likewise, the other faculties, other university faculties, from everyone will get the inputs. This happens in the BOS, but for stakeholders, will be from stakeholders will collect the feedback. So each and every person, the government, other industry, all these people will fill the feedback from what we give about the curriculum, and they will give their opinion. So what will happen is, after getting the opinion, that will be taken into consideration, and that will be, that inputs will be taken, and it will be taken to BOS. There is a concept called Board of Studies, BOS. But before that, what will happen is, normally the curriculum will be developed considering the local, national, regional, and global developmental needs. So in university, so if a college is affiliated to Madras University, of course, whatever I am saying, all these procedure will be followed at Madras University. All state university, private university, deemed university would be following the same procedure what I see. So that curriculum will be developed considering the local, national, regional, and global developmental needs, what is needed in the society. And the process of curriculum development normally begins with the collection of feedback and suggestion from various stakeholders, as I told, from industry, academics, from alumni, students, staff, parents, and after then that stakeholder provide the feedback on the various vertical requirement, which may include again local, national, regional, international needs. So all this collected feedback will be discussed in a committee called Course Review Committee, which we call it as CRC, Course Review Committee. And from that Course Review Committee, again the suggestions and recommendations will be taken to BOS, Board of Studies. Board of Studies, there will be internal members, that is the department members, and also the external expert from industry, academicians, again will be called for this BOS. And alumni will be called, industry people will be called, again those people will be called. And please mute your mic, someone has unmuted. Okay. The stakeholder normally provides the feedback, and after then from the collected feedback, it will be taken to Course Review Committee, and after then the suggestions and conclusions of that CRC will be taken to BOS. And from BOS, again, they will take their inputs and recommendations, and they will incorporate those suggestions given by the stakeholders as a feedback, and from the CRC meeting, whatever the minutes resolution taken, all these will be taken into this, and they will draft the new syllabus, or the existing syllabus will be altered, and it will be given to IQSC for their recommendation, IQSC of that university. And after then, IQSC, if any valid point they would like to give or verify, those things will be done, and after then it will be placed at Academic Council for approval. This is an apex meeting or body of the university. The Academic Council will approve those each and every curriculum of the department. And after the approval from ACM, then the registrar issues the implementation order to the concerned department to follow it. So for framing the curriculum design, it's not just like the teacher sitting in a chair and doing this. It has this procedure, which says that this is according to the local, regional, national, global needs. Each and every syllabus is satisfying the needs of all this. So usually this is a procedure to be followed for curriculum design and development for university. As I told, it's for state, deemed or private university. And arts and science colleges will come under that particular state university. They will be following this. These many procedures are there to get the syllabus and curriculum. Okay. Of course, the certain things are there where for NAC purpose, for accreditation purpose, some universities, they may fake the documents by cooking up and all. But if you want the curriculum to be a perfect one, if you want to get a good quality of curriculum and syllabus, as I told, that should be done perfectly. An actual figure, a feedback to be collected from all these stakeholders, and should follow all these procedure, should get the inputs from the external experts, external academicians outside, and then only this curriculum to be done. Then only it can satisfy the needs of all level, as I told. Okay. So this is what actually I told. They'll be collecting data and identify the improvement what to be done, and then implement it. And coming to the next one, this is very important, academic flexibility. See, this academic flexibility is very important for OBE. This is very much needed for student-centric approach. I told clearly that OBE means student-centric approach. Traditional method is teacher-centric and teacher-oriented, but OBE stands only for student-centric approach. And this academic flexibility is the ability to adopt course requirement to meet the needs of student. It can include flexibility with attendance, deadline, assessment. These flexibility should be given to the students. This is what the academic flexibility says. So we have some examples of that. Academic ABC, we call it as Academic Bank of Credit System, online learning, dual degree program, all this comes under that. And in other way, we can say that it is of flexible learning, flexible schedules, flexible curriculum, and then flexible thinking activities. So where the flexible learning means different learning style and encourages the diversity in teaching methods itself. And then second one is I told flexible schedules means where the schedule can be changed for students from different background to give flexibility in the schedule in attending the class. And flexible curriculum, teachers can adopt lesson plan to meet the students' interest and needs. And flexible thinking activities, students can study while focusing on their passion, extra activities, and along with that they can study. This is what we call it as academic flexibility. For that, what we follow is the few tools I have mentioned there. Online learning is a part of academic flexibility, dual degree program, and then academic bank of credit system. Okay. So next one is choice-based credit system. See, every student should be encouraged to take up one courses related to his area of specialization as professional elective. We call it as department elective and then university electives, which means that university should not force any person to select whatever the teacher is giving. There are certain electives, the students have the rights to select whichever they want, in whichever the area they feel they are specialized in that, and whichever the field they like to study. So these things is called department elective. And we have a university electives, which means that from any department they can select it. If they want to study a course from music, they can go and get the subject from music department. If they want to make it in a creative arts, they can go and study the creative arts subjects. This we call it as a university elective. So we are giving choice to them. It is a credit system. All the courses are credit system, and in that we are giving choice to them in the as far as elective is concerned. So that's what every student should be encouraged to take up one course related to his area of specialization as professional elective. And then in addition, even students should be given a choice non-department elective. That's what I told, that university elective, which may be offered by the other department at their own choice. So this is also a pattern of OBE. This will help really the holistic approach by giving the students a choice-based credit system for multidisciplinary course structure. And even curriculum can give students an opportunity to take foreign languages, other regional languages. But this is mandatory for NAP. But the other institution, when they are not following NAP, it's up to them. But very, very mandatory for NAP 2020, they have to study foreign languages, other regional languages. Okay. And this plays a very, very vital role in OBE. Actually, we call it as a Bloom's taxonomy, verbs in question papers. So, which means that there are 6 levels of understanding. A student's level of understanding starts from remember to create. The first level says that remember, second understand, third apply, fourth one is analyze, evaluate, and then create. And if I take for example, the first one, if I take, this will actually, what this Bloom's taxonomy is, this will give us, it is a system for classifying the learning objectives up to into the levels of thinking, in what way they think. Say for example, if I take the level 1, remember, otherwise we can say knowledge. See, while setting a question paper, what I expect that person to write in this particular question, what I expect as answer from the student in this particular thing is, I want him to memorize, remember, and just write what he read. So I have to use only the verb which is given in level 1. We call it as K1. So only the knowledge level 1 to be taken into consideration, level 1. Because I have to use the same exact verb for that. There is a verb, you can go and browse in the internet, Bloom's taxonomy verbs. If you put, you can find it in the Google, and even in images also you will get as a tabular form. It will be listed, few verbs will be listed there. That verbs will be observed, should be used in the question paper. If I really want that guy, if I really want that student to write, remember definition, only the knowledge level, what I just want him to write only, then I should use the exact verb. At level 1, I normally use the verbs define, decide. Okay, at this stage, so what I expect from the student is to just write. If I want the person to write for the level number 2 understand, I should use the words like summarize, interpret, relate, or infer. And in this, what I expect from the student is to summarize and interpret the information he read. I don't want the exact information what he read. I don't want him to just give back the same information what he read as memory. I want him to summarize and interpret, and I expect him to give his own words, and also I expect him to give his some other knowledge also in that. So that's for that I should use only level number 2. If level number 3 means, we expect normally him to just apply the fact, rule, concept. We can use the verbs like solve, sketch, use. So which I expect the person to write the actual fact, rule, and then concept. And whereas the level number 4 says that we can use connect, relate, categorize to analyze. Because what I expect from the student is to analyze and breaking down the information into components parts, where I expect little level of his creativity there. So I expect him to analyze and breaking down the information into components parts. I should use very, very carefully. I have to use the verb, that particular verb in my question. Because by reading my question, he should know what level I am expecting him to write. Say, for example, if it is of section A, 2 marks, I may use level 1 or level 2. If I am going for 6 marks and 10 marks, definitely I will go for level 3 and level 4. So the verb what I use, I should be in a traditional way of question paper setting. Always we use what, when, these and all. No way takes place nowadays. So what we have to do is we have to be very careful what we want him to write in that particular thing. So we have to use the verbs correctly. So of course this is very much readily available in our internet. Let me complete the remaining 2 also. I told the fifth level is evaluate, which means that a person can use the verbs like judge, criticize, reframe. So what I expect that student is to judge the value of information what he read. I want him to interpret and make it in with his creativity, with his judgment. And coming to the final one, level 6, where we can use the words like design, rewrite, develop. What I expect from him is to create a new thing, which means that we expect him to combine parts to make a new whole. I expect him to create a new thing. So this is what 6 levels of Bloom's taxonomy. So when any staff is asked to set by other university or other colleges with BTL, it will be mentioned in a short form BTL, Bloom's taxonomy level. So when it is asked, need not worry about that. You can go to the browser, search the Bloom's taxonomy verbs. It's available in the internet. You'll find out the right verbs for that, because it should be understandable to the students. And also, which colleges, those who are now already started using it, kindly educate this issue
இது
to
பண்ணாங்கன்னா 1 minute.
students. So I want all staff to educate your students, because students do not aware about this. They will find the letters like K1, K2, K3 in the question paper at the side, but they do not know why it is asked. Sometimes if we ask the question, infer management accounting, the person starts with the answer infer management accounting is which means that he did not understand that it is a verb. So it is our responsibility that staff should educate our students about this Bloom's taxonomy and the concept of this, and also the verbs. Okay. Right. The next one is academic bank credit. This is normally under National Academic Depository. Um, this is also a part of OBE and even under NEP. This academic bank credit, this has been established on the lines of National Academic Depository in the sense that NAD, we call it as NAD, is the backbone of ABC. And this academic bank credit, normally we call it as ABC, where the student academic data are held and academic awards are stored in a digital way. We can say it is a storehouse. It is a warehouse of academic awards and credit. Whatever he earns as a credit, whatever the credit he earned here, whatever the awards he earned here, that can be stored in the ABC. And what is the purpose of this is, when a person, that student is going for some other institution, when he is transferring from one institution to another institution, he can get the same this awards and this credit, whichever is already kept in the digital locker, he can just carry it forward to the next institution wherever he goes. This is globally, national level, this National Academic Depository serves as a locker facility for this credit. So this is also mandatory for universities, and we are following this ABC. And then next one is curriculum enrichment is very important for OBE, because the word itself says that it is an enrichment. So we, as I told already, we have developed the curriculum and we started doing, and there is a concept called curriculum enrichment, which means that it's a process that enhances a student's educational experience. So by providing opportunities beyond the curriculum, so it is not even in the curriculum, in the core curriculum, but beyond the curriculum, we give some experience, educational experience to them, and it can be done with internship, field work, experiential learning. We can take group projects that do group projects, and then discussion, conducting the brainstorming session with the students, and then conducting competition and bringing the talents out, and then some other research collaboration also can be done. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So this is what I told. This is beyond the core curriculum. So how do you enrich them? This internship, field work, and all. Even you can include the industrial visit, creative expression, brainstorming session. See, as a faculty, it is not our job of getting internship for the students, but they are our students. We know people better than them. We know our alumni who studied from us and who is working in a good institution now, and who can help. If I approach them, they can help their juniors for the better exposure in their field. And likewise, we know good friends who studied with us, maybe in a top position of some company. Obviously we can help our students by creating an internship opportunity for them. So when this is possible, obviously this is our duty to make an internship program for our students if it is feasible to us. We should not say that that is not the given duty for me, it is not my work of doing. It's no way like that. They are our students. We have to give them a good exposure. This internship, definitely when they go to the industry, they get the practical exposure there, how the working culture, even not a main industry like not a mechanical students going for industry and all. Our students, when commerce students are going for internship, they will come to know what is a working culture. They will come to know what is the environment, what is this biometric, when to get in, when to come out, what about this half, what is CL, what is SL, what is ML, all certain things also to be taught. If I say in the classroom the environment, it will not go to into a mind. But when they go and do the same work in the industry, some other office, that will give them a good clear environment. And also one more thing, they will understand how difficult to work. They may jollily enjoy it in college life and all, they will just enjoy it, but when they go for the internship, they'll come to know, oh, this is what the serious life, what we are going to face in the future, what is really expected, how the other people are working. This kind of thing they will get it only when they go and see the practical, when they go and see and get the practical exposure by working there. So So this is also as a curriculum enrichment, our duty to make all this. And whenever possible, wherever possible, in the classroom environment also, we can create some brainstorming session with a good topic. A competition can be conducted like paper presentation or something, some skill based also can be conducted. Okay, when I talk about the skill based, I would like to tell you there, UNESCO has listed the skills for 21st century, which I have given in the image. So it's of four category: thinking, working, tooling, and living. And this creative thinking, creative and innovation, learning to learn, all this comes under thinking area, skill given by UNESCO. Information literacy, ICT literacy, this is coming under the tooling category. Citizenship, and then social responsibility, cultural awareness coming under the living category. And then we have communication and collaboration under working category. So, what it says is this under all this category, what they would like to say is all the skills are needed for a candidate when we go out of the institution. So we have to make sure that starting from the curriculum design, giving him all assessment, making the student to go out, we have to make sure that whether he has got all these skills, which is very much needed because we all know that world is very, very competitive. Students are facing a very tough session in the interviews. We all know that everything has become as a skill based, skill oriented. So in this stage, we have to make sure that our students are getting all these talents, all these skills as given by UNESCO when they go out of the institution. So this is what curriculum enrichment. And then as we people already know, there is a NEP 2020 new education policy. Our university has started following this. This NEP, just a brief content about this. This NEP 2020 will give a 5 guiding pillar: access, equity, quality, affordability, and then accountability. What it really tells is we want the youth to meet the diverse national and global challenges of the present and the future. So this is a main objective of all these things. OB comes under that, and many institutions have not yet started NEP. As we have a practical difficulties because we started NEP 2020 at our university. But the thing is, as I told, we have to give them foreign language, regional languages. We have to give them yoga as a class, fitness as a class. Doing all this in a practical way, of course, there is a problem, but we could make it out. Because of certain these difficulties, some universities or some colleges have not started. But anyway, in future we need to do it. So what it says is the main objective of this is to meet the diverse national and global challenges of the present and the future. Okay. And this is the other area. Maybe many colleges would have started this value-added courses, which means that apart from curriculum, we are giving some courses from outside people with collaboration or with MOU with other outside people, maybe with the MSME or with other computer centers and all. We can give a value-added courses. Of course, the monetary aspect of this, sometimes students will bear the fees, sometimes the institution will give, sometimes it will be given in a, two people, both people will give the amount. And when we do it for a group of people, a good sum of people, good quantum of students, obviously we can get discount and give it to them. If a person going out and learning the advanced Excel outside, may pay a huge amount. If I call the computer center people inside my campus and arranging for 50 students, the rate may be reduced. And also we are giving lab facilities. Electricity is from our side. Lab facility is from our side. Of course, the fees will be reduced. This would be helpful to the students because and also very important thing is students may not find time when he goes out at the evening. He may not find time to do. Most of the students are doing part-time job nowadays. They are doing all kinds of job at the evening. They may not have time to go for computer center or MSME courses there at Gindi and all. But if we staff put a little effort on this and bring the people, make a tie-up with them, make a MOU with them, and give good courses. That courses also to be for global, as I told, global, national, local, regional needs, to satisfy these needs. When it is done, students will be very happy. Of course, we faculty have to take a little effort on that. We have to ask our friends or the other sources. Usually what I do is I normally call the people. He may not be known to me, but I will get the information from Google and do it, because this value added courses will help the students in a bigger way. Okay. Next one is internship. As I told, the curriculum enrichment, internship. We have to send our students for internship, whether it is included in the curriculum or not. It is also a part of academic flexibility. We have to give them some practical exposure. So this will help them to gain experience by watching, learning, and participating in the work. Just sitting in a classroom and we are telling and he is listening, that will not go in his mind. When he participates as a worker there, definitely he gets a good experience out of that. And this will help him to get a skills, experience, and then confidence to him. And this internship can be added in his biodata. Okay. So student-centric method, which is a part of OBE and also NEP. As per UGC guidelines, teaching approaches that activity engages students in the learning process, prioritize their participation, critical thinking, problem-solving skills. So often they include techniques like experiential learning, case-based group project, and then debates, presentation, regular quizzes. So it is clearly given student-centric method. Acronym for this is teacher-centric method. The opposite word is teacher-centric, which we call it as a traditional way of doing. So it has become very, very, the teaching methodology itself have become very, very pointed on the students' angle. It is of all, in everything, whatever the methodology and pedagogy we follow, all these we keep only student as a centric point. That's why student-centric method, by giving a critical thinking approaches, problem solving, getting the educating them the problem solving skills, all this they will get it when we follow those pedagogy. Of course, that teaching pedagogy is covered in day 1. So I would not I don't like to continue again here. So some innovative techniques to be followed. All the innovative technique, innovative teaching methodology, learning teaching methodology, teaching learning methodology, we have to make sure that it is so student centric. That is very important. The next one is the next one is ICT enabled teaching. Can you see? Okay. It is of ICT enabled teaching. So when I say ICT enabled teaching, we all know that most of the universities, colleges started using smart boards, projectors, all this after this COVID. We all used to, we have got the good experience in taking the online classes, and all ICT tools we started using it. So, which is of interactive learning platform and gives the development of where we can develop our e-content. All this we all know it. So it has a own use of the use of ICT in education. This will make the students certain thing very easily, because they will see and learn it. They will just by sitting, sometimes they may feel boredom in sitting in the classroom, but now they will just feel and enjoy, even fun. With fun, they will do it. So when I say, okay, there are so many ICT tools available. I'll show it in later. ICT tools are there. I found almost 40 way of AI in education. 40 AI tools are there in the education, like Quillboard, or on the chat GPT. All these, so many things, when we browse and we will definitely get it, all this. And nowadays the new concept of gamification, that means the portions are taught with games, with fun games. So the students find it very easy and very fun based. They will participate in those game, and they will learn it. This is what these students like it nowadays. So these kind of things are readily available. The students, I mean the staff, have to go and search. So normally we go for chat GPT, and then the other thing and all, for quiz and all, for conducting quiz we have Mentimeter. With the AI app, you just put in the internet and browse and say, because at our age we normally browse and learn all this, because when compared to students, they are good enough, they are brighter than us in this particular area. Of course we can browse and learn all certain things, because we have to make the students to be alive in the class and will always listen answers. We also should change the methodology of teaching, not by the same traditional way of just taking the whiteboard classes, not making them to sit and just ordering them or just questioning them. This will not help us in any way. We have to bring some innovation in that, making ICT, and let them see and learn. Let them participate in the game and then learn. This is what called gamification. So all these are there. AI can help us. Okay. Next one is certification. This is, of course, many of us are doing NPTEL, SWAYAM, we are doing Coursera. So many NPTEL courses are there, we have to take up like 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks. And every week we have to submit the assignments. I'm talking about the NPTEL pattern. Every week we have to submit assignments for that, and at the end we'll be called for an online exam. Wherever the center, we have to go and take up the online exam. And when we get the good marks, you will get a certificate like this. This certificate has this is elite silver. A silver badge is there on the right hand side. This is what called elite silver. Likewise, there are category of elite gold, and they have course topper. Status of course topper is there. So this, but the only thing is, certain some faculties just enroll it but would not take up the thing seriously. But I just tell you a trick of getting a good marks. Please concentrate from the assignment one. As from the assignment one itself, because I am course topper of 2 courses, and I was called for attending a FDP in IIM and IIT level. So this is possible, and they recognized my work, and I'm getting a 2 or 3 mails from them, but due to my personal reason I'm not going for it. Like a 15 days FDP, offline FDP they called, and for with the those level, with IIT level and IIM level, it's really very nice to see. The only thing what I follow is, I always take it very serious from the assignment one itself. So please put your effort. If you see the entire video, would be very useful. If you see the video and enter the assignments, would be very useful to you, because everything, all assignment question will come only from the video. But if not possible, at least those assignments, you just Google it and search the information and put it. At the time of the examination, you can keep all the accurate videos and you can watch. Doesn't matter, because we people are working, we may not have time to sit and watch all videos. Per week itself we'll get the 3 to 5 videos from the portal. So of course it is not possible to sit and watch all the videos and all, but at least you can make sure that you're entering the correct answers. And at the end of the course, when you're going for examination, please read, see all the videos and go, because videos will help us to get a good marks. So in that way only, that strategy only I followed, and I got 2 course topper. So the same thing you can follow. And not only this, Coursera is there, and Infosys has tie up with some online courses. Infosys is conducting, and there is a course from the Institute of Management London is conducting. So many global, national, international level certification are there, and this is very nominal too. So if you register the courses, it is not compulsory to you to take up the exam. when you register the courses, you are allowed to watch all the videos what you have registered for. If I register 4 courses, that 4 courses video, all the videos I can sit and learn. No one will stop me doing it, whether I'm paying the amount for exam or not. But when I register, I'm accessible for it. So I can access it and can learn it. Maybe 1 or 2 examination we may take up or we may not take up. That doesn't matter. But knowledge is knowledge. And one more thing, teaching is a place where we have to keep on updating ourselves. Otherwise, students will not respect us. So even the subject, what we are very, very thorough with that, very, very strong in that, maybe the accounting subject, we are very strong in that. But the new thing, we may not know it. Unless otherwise, we go and read from the books. So from the new edition book also nowadays we are not getting, but this NPTEL SWAYAM courses and all, you are getting the updated syllabus. So we have to go for it. We have to take up these exams, and there is a chances of tying up your certificate with the college. There is a college, a local chapter would be there. University and college local chapter would be there. One person would be the coordinator of NPTEL in the college. They, while making a registration, it will ask you the question: would you like to convey this? Would you like to show your result to the college or not? Like that, there will be a question. If you put a tick mark over there, automatically your marks will go into your college information database. If you do not want to do, if you say that I don't want my college to know this and all, I'm doing for my purpose, okay, well and good, need not put the tick mark. No one will see your marks also. But please make an attempt to do this. If you are not, of course, I believe that many of us doing it. If anyone is just thinking to do it, please do it. This will help you to update the knowledge. And this one is this is a course file we need to do with for every subject. We need to do it. It is a comprehensive document actually that outlines all the details of the particular course. Course means I told subject, and which starts from the learning objectives, syllabus, teaching methods, assessment. All this will come, and sometimes what will happen, out of our laziness, we will not finish this course well as and when we finish the portion. But please, we have to do it. We will just take the course file only at the end of the thing, when the NAC comes or any other accreditation comes or any other internal audit comes. That time we take the course file and we do all this. Please do not do that, because you keep this as a procedure of doing it. Because whenever you start doing some syllabus, whenever you start taking some subject, you put a file for it. There are 2 ways of keeping a course file. In my previous employer, we all used to keep everything in a hard copy, but in the present, we keep everything in a soft copy and we put it in a drive. We put it in a drive and we will share the link wherever whoever asks. This is also a smart way of keeping the database, because when I keep it in a drive, not keeping it in a file, when I keep it in all the information in a drive as a one file, I can share the drive to whoever is asking. I do not have to file and go and submit it. Whatever the way of method you are following, whether hard copy or soft copy or keeping drive, whatever it is, we have to try thing. Like when people are going out of the institution, at that time when they no due certificate, that time the institution management HOD will compel the person to submit the course file and go. So in the hurry burry, that time at the last moment they will sit and do all these course file work. But this you take as a systematic manner of doing each and every courses at the subject. When we are finishing the course, we are completing the course, that time itself we can do it. It will be very easy only. It's very easy actually. And I have set few points by considering my university's course file pattern. I would like to say this is what we follow from in our university. Vision, mission of the institution and department, and we enter the program educational objectives, we enter program outcome and timetable for that particular subject. If I'm handling management accounting, timetable for that subject. If second become students management accounting, only those things I will enter in there, and the name list of students of that particular subject of that second become, and I enter syllabus, course delivery plan. course assessment plan. So we call it as CAP CDP is the syllabus. How we are going in a shorter form, in the other way I can say this is just a lesson plan what we do in the arts and science. Lesson plan means what we do before we are commencing the course itself, before we starting the subject itself. What we do is we will prepare the idea how we are going to cover the portion. So, if say in our way of doing is what we do is, if 3 credit paper is 45 hours, so 45 hours obviously there will be 5 units. Each units will be mostly of 9 hours. If not, maybe one may have a 12, the other may reduce accordingly according to the content of the unit. But mostly we schedule 9 hours each unit. So 9 into 5, 45. 45 hours for 3 credit paper. So what will happen is, if I take the first unit, I have to complete those things in 9 hours only. So I will plan, I will segregate, categorize, and divide each and every side heading, and then put it in a way that how I'm going to cover the 9 hours, along with the delivery mode. How I'm going to make a delivery session to them, in what way, it's of PPT or it's of whiteboard, or it's of conducting a seminar, or it's of something else like giving a case study. In what way I'm going to cover the portion, that I have to mention. And also the assessment plan is to what extent, to what marks they are writing. We have usually CIA 1, which means that continuous assessment 1, 2, and then we have assignment 1, 2, seminar, attendance. All these categorized for internal marks of 50 marks. So how it is categorized, and what is the threshold fixed for them? For getting a pass mark, what is the threshold fixed for them? All this we enter as a CDP and CAP. And along with that, if I'm handling a management accounting 5 units I'm taking, means what I do is, for all the thing, whatever the notes we give, those notes, the sums, the questions, all this will be taken as a question bank, which we save it in a soft copy, and which we normally share it to the in a PDF form to the students. That also to be included here. And about the CIM examination, what we conducted, and what is the question paper we have given, and what is the scheme of evaluation, how to give marks for if this answer, if this is an answer for this particular point, I can give 1 mark. If that is not there, I can give only 0 mark. Like that, a scheme of evaluation. And this will be continued for internal 1, internal 2, for assignments also, and for end semester also. And after end semester, we will put the CO attainment with PO, and before that, each and every CI 1, we will put CO attainment. And any other innovative teaching methodology we followed for the particular course, that should be mentioned. And then after then, what kind of assignment is given, what description, usually of, we normally won't give the assignment from the books, we give some innovative assignments to them. So we expect them to submit in a different way, and accordingly the marks will be given. So what is the description given to each and every person, the task, and how about the scheme of evaluation, and again the same thing for the attainment, for assignment activities, and then quiz and seminar. For this also we do the same thing. And at last, CQI, we do it at the end semester, to see how these students have performed the courses, whether the courses is easy for them to get the pass mark or not. Okay, and along with that, one more thing, the answer script. As we are deemed university, we have our answer script of internals with us. Of course, the end semester will not be given to us, will not be given to the faculty, but the internal marks assignment script will be us only. We normally keep a certain, answer script with us for course file. We take 2 numbers of good, 2 numbers of average, 2 numbers of poor performance for the NAC purpose. This also nowadays what we are doing is, we find it very difficult to keep the hard copy for the 5 years, for the next 5 years, and it's very difficult for us. We scan it and keep it in the drive. Of course, it will be filed and will be kept in a safer place. But for usual thing, what we do is we take a scanned it and include it in the course file itself. So the entire course file will keep it as a one booklet, one file having all this information, and name that course code, and then course name, to whom which batch we have taken, all this we have entered and we close that course file for each course. If I am handling semester in this even semester, if I am handling 3 subjects, all the 3 subjects I should follow this course file. So at the end of the semester, I have to make sure that my course file is closed for that particular course. It will be kept. It will be very good when the IQAC, when the NAC accreditation comes. That time you did not go and do. By that time, we will forget what happened in the past itself. By the time we may not have retain the answer script of the people of good people, average and poor performance and all. We may not have it. Then how do we do it? So it's very, very safer to, whenever we are doing this subject, please make this as a system. You think that this is very, very mandatory, whether if someone is asking or not, I have to make a course file for that. So at the time of accepting the paper, that time itself you start doing all this work would be very useful to you. And coming to the next one, mentor-mentee, this is very popular, everyone knows it. Usually the ratio what we follow is 1:20. For 20 students, there will be one mentor. So mentor is a teacher, mentee, students, 20 students would be there. Not necessarily the class teacher, anybody can be a mentor of people, students. What will happen is, it's not only, of course, the problem starts from the academic performance, why the mark is less, this only we start. But this mentorship goes in depth. We call a person, we should not ask him in a public what happened, why your mark is like that, not like that. We have to call him a person. In our university, normally we maintain a mentoring hour itself. 1 hour is there, which is mandatory as per NAC. So we have a mentoring class there, and we will be sitting in a room and we call a person, each and every person separately. Individually, the person should come and sit along with us, and we have to ask him what happened. So in the way, the question to be in a humble way, then only he will answer. If you are asking and threatening him, he will not tell what his problem is. With affection, with humbleness, we should ask. He will come out and tell the problems really what he faces in his family, or some other problem what he faces. Sometimes many people we found psychological problem they have. If the next level of counseling is needed, what we do is we have a student counselor at the university. We send those people to students counselor for the counseling purpose. So those things, the person will be taken, which means that we are almost, I can say, like we are the guardian. Like when he is in a campus, we should be a guardian for him. Because we, the people, knows everything about him. Not even a close friend may not be knowing. Even class teacher may not be knowing. Not the HOD, no one knows it. But the mentor knows in a better way about the person. Of course, the person has to tell the truth that is there. So what will happen is, what benefit this is, because all this mentoring session and all we are doing, and we are seeing the real time examples and experiences here. This will definitely increase the confidence in this student's mind. It improves his academic performance. It make him to go in a right direction. We just guide him, because we are elder people. We call him, and when we tell it in a different way, they obey and they listen. Even if even at family also, our children will not obey our words. They will obey only the teacher words. Teacher's role is very, very powerful, that we all know it. We are in the academics. We know that teacher role is very, very powerful. Even a person may not obey the words of mother, but obey the words of teacher and accept the words of teacher. That power we have. So this will make the person to gain the knowledge and goes in a right direction. If you find any person is doing in a wrong thing in his life, you can call him and just advise him. He will accept it. So all this mentor and mentee relationship will help him to develop this new skill and get a good employment too. And for staff, I can say next one is awards and recognition, which is needed as per NAC. You have to explain in criteria 2, and if it is of research, it will come in criteria 3. So what will happen is, we'll be working continuously, we'll be giving a good output in the research also. Everything we are doing, some in one particular point of time, when we see no one is recognizing our work, no one is giving any appreciation, we really feel very bad for that. We'll be fed up out. So always make sure that when awards and recognition comes anywhere by a professional bodies or something, you have to nominate yourself. Don't think that someone will come outside and nominate you, because it's outside of the institution. Of course, within the institution, the person would be there to nominate you who continuously watches you. But when it comes from the outside also, so many professional bodies are giving an award, conducting the award ceremony and giving the awards for teachers. So whatever you want, if you are applying for the research innovation or lifetime research achievement or anything like that, or young or youth research award, something like that, you have to give them the details what you have achieved so far. Tell about your citations, everything, publications and all. Apply for it. You should remember in your mind that you have to nominate yourself. No one will help you for it. You have to nominate yourself. Some institutions, some professional bodies are collecting some nomination fees, or some at free of cost only. So you may deserve it. You do it for it. Awards or recognition, and the same thing for academics. Mostly academics, you can get it from the same institution where you work. Depends upon your performance. And the next one is seed money project. Universities normally give this as a seed money projects. Arts and science colleges give this as a minor project, I heard. What is happening here is the faculty would be continuously trying for the project outside of government funding, something like that. But they may not get the project. It's not very easy to get the project. Of course, yesterday you come to know about how to write the project proposal. Sir has taught you, has given a clear picture about how the proposal to be. Of course, hereafter we may apply for it in the same way. I think we would be getting. When researcher is not out of competition, when he is not getting a good funding from the outside, the college itself will give the fund to the researcher, to the faculty, to the new people to start the seed money. In our institution, what will happen is assistant professors and other associate professor would get this fund, but professor have to get it from the outside only, because out of their expertise and then experience, they can get easily from the outside. But assistant professor, one who just start, just like to start and learn how the project to be, for them and all, when they submit the proposal, the institution will give fund. I'm very sure not less than 30,000 or 50,000 they would give. If you take the social science project, we need only for data collection and other things, we may need only 50,000 of sum of money that will be given by the institution itself. But the only thing is, first of all, we have to be aware about these things, this scheme. You can ask your institution whether do they have this particular thing. If they have, what you ask them, what is the procedure? In our institution, it will be normally sent in an email and will be publicly announced in the email to everyone. Those who are willing can apply. But of course, research policy differs from institution to institution. So in your institution, you just ask what is the procedure. If anything is like that, you can go and approach for it and get the fund and go for your research. This will be a practice for you for obtaining a actual project with government. And as far as I told, that quality in research, what at this stage we require is we need publication. Those who are involved in the NAC work at criteria 3 knows very well that publication, citation, books and book chapters, all these we have to show. Because many arts, and I heard from the arts and science faculty that many people are not getting a good scores in criteria 3 only. Because when that particular criteria 3 goes down, the entire total score also goes down. So only we can give the contribution for the institution, because as I told in the beginning itself, institution values and objectives can be achieved only by our objectives. Try to make a publication in UGC care list. Of course, in near future, this will be changed. UGC care list will be taken out. But now it's okay only. You can apply for it, UGC care list, peer-reviewed journal, or you can go for Web of Science publication Scopus, or book publication. If book is, you find it very difficult to write the full book, many book chapters are there. Many people are asking book chapters, that you can go. Publish a book chapter in the book, edited books. And also citation and index also you have to concentrate. But what I can suggest is, you can divide, you can make a self-analysis of you. That means you can make a SWOT analysis of you, and you know where you are. If you're a newcomer person, one who joined just a 1 year back, It's very new to write the publication. Okay, fine, go for a peer reviewed a basic UGC care list, or at least go for the conference proceedings. That's enough. And when a person has 3 to 5 years of experience, now you are well versed in writing the experience, you gain experience, well versed in writing the publications, article and all, can go for the next level of Web of Science or UGC CAD. The other person may go for Scopus. The person one who is with 20 years or 15 years or 12 years above can go for increasing the citation and all. So you divide yourself, because I will tell you one thing, that when I joined, I also came from the arts and science background only. Before 8 years, I was working in arts and science, and after then I joined with another university. My vice chancellor has given a tedious job of doing this extension, community service, seed money, and then this consultancy service, industry services. I have to make 5 scopers a year, 2 UGC care I have to do. I have to make a book chapter, books, so many things. I was struggling to do all this because it was very new to me. But what happened at one particular point of time, I gave my 100% effort and I did everything. There I was an associate professor. I had my target of achieving all this. At one particular point of time, when I turn and see my resume, was amazing that my biodata was improved. It was enhanced with the publication area, which I didn't do anything in my past. So it's really, we cannot, you always don't take, it is a pressure given by the management, or it is a target given by the management that will add on in your biodata. We are doing for ourselves. All this, when you're coming out of the institution, you are not going to give that article status, everything to them, and you're coming out. When you're coming out, it will carry in your biodata, in your resume. And when you come out, all this are going to come along with you only. Please make sure that you are giving the publication, because I experienced, and one particular point of time, I went to my vice chancellor and thanked him. The very first day when I joined, I thought, oh, torture, this person is torturing me of doing all this. It was out of pressure. I learned everything. I didn't even know what is Scopus. I learned and I did it, everything. I did it out of force only. But my resume got very, very stronger because of that person. I thank him for forcing me to do this. So if anyone is forcing you to go for publication or anything, if you're manager, please thank them that they are forcing you in a different way of putting your 100% effort by you, because we do not know what is our effort, what is our 100%, we may not know. But if someone is forcing, we definitely do it. In that way only I did it. I request you all to do the same way, because it will be very, very helpful to you. And also, as I told, publication criteria 3, which will be very, very important for NAC. So we have to help our institution, our employer, for doing this. And coming to the next one, research, consultancy, and project. You can go for the government funded project, or you can go for the consultancy project or industry project. Usually the projects, what we aim is ICSSR, DSG, PNSG, ICMR, ICAR, so many agencies are there who fund us. For them, what we have to do is we have to submit the good proposal, accept a proposal. As I told already, it was an amazing, wonderful session yesterday's sir took. He has given a clear picture what we have to do it for the proposal submission. So we may follow it and you try for it. And one more thing, don't think that you will not get it. If you apply only, you come to know what is the procedure. If you apply only, you come to know how to write the proposal. So we should not always degrade ourselves by saying that I am not that strong in the research, I will not do it, I cannot do it. Never do like that. Never think in such a way that when we get into that, when we step into that, then only we come to know what are the real-time difficulties we are facing and how strong we are in that and how we learn and do it. So take those things also possible for you and do it. And also consultancy projects and industrial project this is from the non-government agencies. Sometimes this normally applicable for engineering students usually, but even for commerce or management background also, for making the financial statement analysis and all, some small companies would ask us to do. Very a small amount will be given by them, but whatever it is, it's a knowledge sharing. Actually, you can do it. So the other background people can go for the real time consultancy projects and can give you projects which is favorable to them. I mean, you are doing the work of the other non-government agency and getting the money from them. The revenue goes to the institution. There will be always, as per the research policy, always there will be a proportion of revenue sharing between the faculty and the university. Usually of 70 is to 30 or 60 is to 40 or 80 is to 20. In that way, whatever the revenue generation you are bringing into the university, it will be shared among the faculty and the institution in such proportion, depending upon the research policy what they have. Every university have their own research policy. In that way, you can get the sharing. And this one paper presentation, national level or international level, wherever, please participate. Please do that and make sure that it is published in the ISBN proceedings, which will be counted. This we can do it easily. If possible, go and present. Otherwise, in absentia, at least in absentia, you can do it. So try for it. And the next area I would like to tell is incubation and innovation center. Every institution, as per EDI rules, every institution should have incubation center. University should have incubation centers, and this is what the student may have an idea of commencing the business, but may not have place, may not have a mentor to mentoring him, may not have a marketing strategy to follow, or may not have a finance, may not have other infrastructure facility to bring out their startup ideas in a reality form. But incubation centers of every university is a place where the people can just take the ideas, the entrepreneurship idea, and share with the incubation coordinator. They will provide you all certain things, what I told, like of place or finance, of mentoring, all these marketing strategies. They will help you to start the business, and you can start the business and you can sell the product and you can earn the money. So we all know that at this government, startup India is a major thing which is everyone aims. The government aims for startup because we should be self-sustained, should not depend upon all the products for import. We all know that. So this startup India, out of the startup India, everyone gets easily loan also. Young people, young entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, anybody can easily get a mudra loan from the bank. That and all we know it. And for that, first I have only an idea in my mind. I do not know. I really fear to start my startup. I really do not know whether this is feasible or not. My idea can come as a business or not. That itself I do not know. Many people, many students may think in this way. So in that cases, this universities and other colleges would give them, okay, we will bring your idea, we will give you all sources, all resources we give you. You just start up, make a startup. We are there to help you. This kind of hands they are giving. So not only for students. Why I have included here in this slide is this is applicable for teachers also. So any person, faculty also can do this. Of course, it varies from institution to institution, university to university. But here in my institution, even startup can be done by us at a small level. So you can make use of it. The other way, you can ask your students, educate the students, encourage the students to make a incubation center member and bring their startup and bring their idea into that. They will help. And the next one is, this is also which comes under research of organizing seminars, workshop, and then conference. FTP, organizing of FT comes under criteria 6 of NAC usually. What they particularly ask in NAC is workshop seminar to be conducted on research methodology, IPR, and innovative practices, entrepreneurship, skill development, and very, very new thing is sustainable development goals. SDG. Wherever you go, you will find the conferences in the SDG. Somehow the SDG will be linked there. So this is happening nowadays because the thing is, the SDG, you all know the meaning of SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, which was given by UN in the year 2015, and where we are going, we have to achieve everything. All these 17 goals we have to achieve in 2030. By the end of 2030, we have to achieve. This is what the target fixed. Almost 10 years over, only 5 years are there. You can find the 17, you can find in the screen 17 goals. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, partnership for the goal. So when you conduct some seminar, you try to link your topic in any of these area, at least the background covered by this STG. And also, when you are making a project proposal and when it is covered the area of STG, any of these 17 goals, somewhere, if you are able to group under any of these 17, definitely would get it, because that is was the focus everyone is giving. The government has allotted money in every department to concentrate on this STG. So that's what, when you're conducting research conferences, previously we had till skill development, entrepreneurship, innovative practice and all. In the recent days, the sustainable development goals is there. You can make it conferences, conduct the conferences in this would be very effective in your NAC accreditation point. And the other thing is like of code of ethics, which we need to follow in the research. Like we all know that plagiarism checkers are there. Make sure that plagiarism is not there. Only to the allowed level we have to submit. So this is what in the code of ethics in research. And when you're coming for the criteria 4, there will be a question called the e-content. What you have developed for e-content? What is your LMS? What is the work e-content you have developed and then floated in the students' some portal or website or somewhere? We usually do the LMS and post it in the website itself. So likewise, what e-content that each and every faculty is doing, that is very important. It may not be lengthy, at least 10 minutes is also okay for us, but you have to do e-content. Next one is IPR, intellectual property rights. We have these rights. Usually the famous one is patent and copyright, and we put the design patent. And you can apply, the certificate would be like this. You can apply in the patent office and get it. But please make sure that we are inventing something and making the patent, applying for the patent, right? And once it gets approved, it's a great thing that you have to inform your universities or colleges. But before going for that, we have to inquire our research team that what is the procedure, because some university they themselves will get the will make the payment and will get the patent for the faculty, but provided they will be the first inventor. So this is what happening in the government agencies like government institution and all. CLRI and all, whatever the inventor invents something, it should be will be the second person, because getting the technology patent and all, it will be costing lakhs and lakhs, or 5 lakhs and 10 lakhs and all. The author, I mean the inventor, first inventor will be the institution. Second will be the person who has invented. So when we are coming out of the institution, you cannot bring it back because it is in the names of the institution only. This kind of policies are there for every university and also for colleges. So before going for patent, applying for the patent, please approach your research team and get the knowledge about that and get the knowledge about the policy of the institution, and then you apply for it. And very essential for higher education institution. Normally we want people from people with PhD. So if it is not yet started, kindly do this, and side by side you can go for the net and set. But PhD is mandatory for higher education when you come for university level. And this extension and community services, why the faculty should do all this work, this is also expected in NAC. So in NAC, they will ask what the faculty and the team of the institution have done for this society, for the community, what is the activity they have done, what is the extended activity they have done, what is the services they have done to the society, that community. So all these are very, very important. We have to do it. So this for this, what you can do is usually what I have done is we will find the days like a voting rights day, a girl child day, and we will find out some gender equality days like that. We will take our students and go to the village area and give the pamphlets to them, or we may take the students to beach for beach cleaning, certain things whichever is possible for us without disturbing students much. This you can do it, and for everything documentation is very, very important. Wherever you go, whatever the photo we have to take, we have to take it in a geotag photos. Extension activities also what we do with our domain knowledge. When we do something as a service, it's coming under the community services. When we take it as a with our domain knowledge, when we do some other activities outside, it is called extension activities. So both these are needed for NAC point of view. Institution also expect from us. This is not, you'll have a fun based activities. Actually, it would be very good when you take your students and do all these activities. You will just enjoy it and make a try out of it. And the next one is which normally comes under criteria for library utilization. A small thing we can do it for our institution, because we are serving for the institution. Institution also, helping us monetarily. We can do certain things, a little thing which is possible for us. We can do it. In that one among it is library utilization. I totally agree that after this online learning has come, after this everything is, we have laptop with us, everything is available in the internet itself. We get it from Google and chat gpt and go. Surely I agree, but the thing is, wherever possible, you go to your library, make a entry and get the borrow the books. This transaction will be notified by NAC accreditation team under criteria 4. This also you can do it. Whenever you go by that side, you make sure that you're getting into and making a entry with your ID card. And also, if possible, take some books and then borrow some books, make a transaction in your name. That is very important. All this you will come to know only when the NAC is going to come. By that time, you cannot go to your past and dig everything and modify anything. So that is not possible. Now itself, we can do little thing which we can help the management for getting a good accreditation. And the next one is membership. There are a few free memberships are available, and payment membership are there. Of course, payment is there. If possible, you can go for the professional body memberships like this memberships, MMA, and then FICCI, CIA. All this you can go and get the membership. A certain institution for a certain membership is for institutional, certain for individual. Search for individual membership, browse it. Possible, certain things are free. You can apply and get it, because this is also needed in our criteria in NAC. And then we have you go and attend FDP, online FDP or offline FDP. Make sure that not less than 5 days. Make sure that you're attending more than or equal to 5 days FDP. It should be accepted by NAC. You can attend the program. Many Ministry of Education is giving FDP under that. You can go and browse it. Only thing is you need to browse and get the information. Some informations are not shared, so you have to go and browse and get the information. Government agencies are giving the FDP, and this would help the person to refresh in their domain field. So we give it some relaxation to the people, one who attends that. And okay, and then as a faculty empowerment strategies, this slide is for institution only, not for the faculty mainly. The performance appraisal. Once a person comes in, the whatever the performance appraisal criteria the institution is following, that should be informed to the staff. In our institution, we have a copyright performance appraisal system. Once we come in as a newcomer, that time itself at the orientation program, they will tell us what we expect from you, a clear picture. What performance is expected from the faculty to be informed them when they come into the institution in the orientation program itself, because they'll get an idea. And then so that they work in the right path. So in my with my old employer also, here also, when I come in, I just come to know what are the parameters asked in the performance appraisal. I just write in my note. I will make sure that okay, this time I have to make a 2 presentation. I have done it. Okay, 3 scopers I should do it. I have done it. 1 book I have to do it. I have done it. Like that, I will make sure that I am doing the same way in the performance appraisal, because it is a standard performance appraisal. It is a standard performance appraisal tool I'm talking. It may be of 360-degree performance appraisal, or only by the subordinates, only by the superior, or only by the HODs, or only by the management, or only by the HR, whatever it is. But the tool what we follow should be the standard form which is followed every year, and also it should have 2 things. One is self-assessment, other one is this superior assessment. So in self-assessment, we have to fill. By the time when we start filling, we come to know, okay, I have not done this one. Oh, I have wasted my time, not done this. This one, I'm losing this much of marks there. 30 marks have gone for not doing this. This appraisal system will tell us where we are. So there should be a performance appraisal system. The standard tool should be followed, and then that to be in a 2-way. That one side, first self-assessment should be done, and along with that, after self-assessment is done, in the same appraisal, the superior assessment to be done. It may be of HOD, deans, or the HR, whoever it is, but should be done in the right way. And this is one way of faculty empowerment strategy. The other way is financial support to the faculty. The institution can give incentives for the people, those who are attending the conferences or Scopus publication, because when we make the payment for Scopus, it's very huge amount. So maybe the institution can help the faculty, for attending the conferences, workshop, or getting the membership, or going for FDP, or making the publication. All this, maybe the financial support can be given. And also, when a person is joining as a faculty, the organization of that organization should conduct the orientation refreshment program. The first 1 week, completely of 1 week or 2 days or 3 days, depending upon the size of the institution, a person has to sit and listen. What is the culture? A person may have 30 years of experience outside, but when he comes inside, this culture is very, very new to them. The culture, the new culture they are coming, the new system they are coming, the new methodology what they have to do, the new performance appraisal system they are coming and getting into. So all this to be educated them in the orientation, and then refresher course. And then coming to the performance appraisal, as I told, this is my idea. The performance appraisal can be given the criteria parameters given to each and every person may be taken as experience, or till 3 years, 3 years to 5 years, or 5 years to more than 5 years, like this, because the level of achievement also differs among them. And each and every person, when they are coming, they have to fix their objectives. When they are coming and working for the institution, they have to fix their own objectives. So what will happen is, they fix their own objectives always to be in line with institutional objectives, and they can fix their own objective in themselves and go, which is feasible to them, because they will make a SWOT analysis for them, which is feasible to them. They can achieve it. We can, in a rating also, after the assessment, performance appraisal, after seeing the assessment, they can rate it like a high achiever or achiever, or if they need improvement, or the person cannot do anything, maybe the warning can be given. This kind of rubrics can be framed. As I told, when we frame the objectives, we have to always concentrate on this SMART. It should be specific, it should be measurable, should be achievable, it should be realistic, and then this of time bound. Okay. So the next one is capacity building program, or any other skill enhancement program we can conduct. Apart from curriculum also we can conduct, or we can attend the capacity building program. In the recent days, the FDP itself, it is named as a capacity building program, which has a separate marks in accreditation. So in that way, we can attend the program. Okay. So this is of next one. Manuals process map means I would like to just tell this is not of a knack. In when we are doing any work of admission or examination or conference audit, NIRF audit or internal audit, whatever it is, always we have to be um, process dependency, not on the person dependency. That means if only one person knows everything, other person is doing all the work from A to Z, he is doing all the work, only he knows. The very next year when he go out of the institution, everything goes along with him. So whereas when if I'm doing an audit work, if I'm doing the work, see, I have showed you the course file pattern because which is kept as a blueprint in our institution, so which we come to know it. So likewise, when we are doing some work, we have to make sure that it should be kept as a blueprint or it has to be kept as a clear documentation which will be understandable to the next person who comes and see the procedure. That is very important. That's what I told, that process dependency. It should not depend upon the person. If anything happens, if the audit is there, a person, the management should not tell that only you call that the X person, only X person knows about the audit. You call him at the end, but this should not be continued. If examination, you call that Y person, only Y person knows it. This should not be continued. It should be a process dependency, everything to be done in a blueprint way. Any person, one who takes that file or as a hard copy or soft copy, should come to know. Even for, as I told, that ABC, ABC login, I told that academic bank credit. Each and every web page when I go, I will take a photo of that and we educate the students. This is your step one. Go for this, click this. Step two, go for this, click this. Like this, when you make as a document and file it in a file, a person, whether the person who did it is here or not, the other person would come and easily understand it. This I would like to just tell as an additional way of doing all this. And the next one is MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. You can make a MOU with the industry people. This will help us to conduct the industrial visit or internship or placement or anything else, like calling those people experts from for the invited talk, or you are going to the industry as a consultancy services. For all these, this is possible. But whatever you do with the industry collaboration, try to make a MOU. This should be done in a stamp paper usually. We have to do a MOU with the industry. This contains a marking criteria one in NAC. And the next one is foreign collaboration, if possible. If our institution is permitting us to go, we can go for faculty exchange programs, where the faculty would be exchanged between the countries. So one thing we will be knowing about the culture of them, we'll be knowing about we also go and stay there in the foreigners and understand and their pattern, their way of methodologies, strategies, curriculum, all this will come to know. Of course, for this also sometimes the management would not give this information transparently. But when you are getting any opportunity from outside invite, please take your proposal and go and approach your institution. Nothing wrong in that. You go and ask if it is okay, okay. If it is not okay, okay, fine. We can quit it there itself. But make an try without going itself. You should not think that this is not permitted. They will not give. They will not do like that. Like that, we not think in that way. We can make a try and go, because sometimes the policy are not transparent as far as this particular thing is concerned. So you can go and talk to your VC or registrar or your principal and approach them if anything is available, feasible to you. Okay, so at this stage, I would like to tell you whatever I have taken is a normal, usual NAC policy, what we have come across for the past 2 decades, what we have come across, that only I have displayed it. But the thing is, it's going to be the recent changes in NAC. They are going to introduce a two thing. One is binary accreditation system, and then the other one is um, these are the key changes. So one is the binary accreditation. What they say is, year after it's not going to be the grading system. It's of accredited or not. It's no grading system, no more grading system. And then all this accreditation recently also you might have read in the paper. If you go and see the NAC website, you'll come to know the notification circular there mentioning that they don't have any agency or middleman to get the NAC accreditation, because one institution has given a bribe or some money to the agency for getting the NAC, and it was caught by CBI. And because of that reason, it is clearly given as a notification in the NAC website itself. When you go and see, you will find it there. So they are trying to bring everything in the online way year after, and everything is it is not finalized actually. So no grading system. They told that it will be accredited or not aggregated, and they aims to promote the continuous improvement. And then the new system simplify the accreditation outcomes, allowing institution to compete with the global level, with the global counterparts. These are the aim they have given. So what are the major focus they have given? These are taken from the NAC website. They have given that the concept what they're going to see for the accreditation year after is curriculum, faculty resources, infrastructure, financial resources and management, learning and teaching, extended curriculum, and then governance and administration, students outcome, research and innovation outcome, sustainability outcome. So these are the attributes hereafter they're going to see. But however, this is a recommendation given by the Radhakrishnan committee. This is just as a proposal only. They have this proposal will be accepted, will be followed in the April, expected to be followed in the April and May 2025 middle. So I told two concept of binary accreditation. Other one is maturity based graded level. So these two they are going to implement hereafter. So till then, all higher education institution will follow the same old pattern. This is what given as a notification in NAC website. Okay, so this is what I would like just to tell. I'm just sharing the experience of mine. Any questions you have?
Yeah, ma'am, I have a lot of questions.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
I
sir.
have a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of
I'm here, sir. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, first of all, what is mentor and mentee relationship?
Sir, mentor and mentee relationship is like they have some problem in their studies, sir. Their focus is the students.
Not only studies or something else?
Something else also that but how we can find out their problem only by way of academics also. But in my experience I saw some people are not listening to the class, or sometimes they show the
Yes, ma'am,
different
it happens.
attitude.
It can happen. Hemlata, ma'am, I know you because I worked in Tamil Nadu only, in Hindustan College only, in Arts and Science College.
Okay, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
only one thing is what I am asking is the mentor should be in the same department or another department.
Not necessarily, sir. It depends upon the I told that the standard ratio is 1:20, sir. So usually what will happen is the allied department will be.
But if that professor, if he is not teaching well, at that
Yes.
time, how that mentee will report?
So they
So
will tell,
the
sir.
mentee should be
So
in
they will
another
tell,
department.
sir.
No?
No. This
It is not
practically what
necessary
we
to
follow, sir.
participate.
Practically what we follow is I'm being the mentor for the students for those to whom I'm not taking the class. But this is of practically when we fix the slot, we have got it like this, sir. And depends upon the availability of staff and other flexibility plays a role, yes.
Like that, we can allot like
Sir, are
NAC
you there?
saying like that. Huh?
In my old institution, I was a mentor for my students. That means my department students. It was accepted, sir.
It is my idea. My idea it should be from other department.
Yes,
Okay,
sure,
ma'am.
sir. Sure. Your way of thing is really I accept it. It should be because they have a problem with their own staff itself they may not find it very. They find it difficult to
They
tell.
can't
Yes, sir, I
report
agree
to
with
me,
you.
you know.
But
If my teaching is not good,
what, sir?
if my
Ah.
teaching is not good, you know,
But
ma'am.
what we do is,
Tell me, ma'am.
yes, sir.
If my
Sir, actual thing
teaching is
is,
not good, I'm
what
again
you
I am
say
member
is
for that
logically
student.
correct.
Then how will report it?
That's what I told that to our department students, but not for the subject. I mean, we did not take
Not
any
subject.
subject to
No, no,
them,
no, no, no. For example,
but
class
department
teacher.
staff.
For example, class teacher. How they will report to us? The HOD is
Okay, sir.
doing some
It's
wrong thing,
acceptable.
harassment.
Acceptable, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not
What you said
sexual
is right.
harassment.
It
HOD
should
is
be from
doing.
the allied departments, but we have some practical problems. But what you say is right. Logically, it should be from other departments. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Next,
Yes, sir.
one more question, ma'am.
Yes,
See,
sir.
ma'am, what is the difference between the associate professor and assistant professor? How the, for example, I am having 28 years of experience,
Okay, sir.
18 years of experience from industry, and 15 years experience
Okay,
from
sir.
this thing, education,
Academics.
teaching.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Totally 28. I am
Okay, sir.
associate professor or not assistant or assistant professor.
No, sir. The associate and assistant rep practically what is given by when we come as faculty, what is given by the management, given and made.
It depends
So
upon the
you are
management.
eligible for professor.
It does
As you
not depend
said,
upon
you are eligible
the
for
university.
professor.
It depends upon the
No, they will
management.
see other criteria. Sir, if you're having, when did you finish your PhD? After PhD, what is your experience will be counted. And total year of experience will be taken. In some places, only teaching experience will be taken. In certain places, both the experience will be taken. Sir, it actually is of in
I have
a return,
completed.
you can
I
say
have
it's
completed my MPhil, ma'am. After that, I have
with the
some 15
interview
years of
team.
ma'am. After completing
Yes,
my
sir, you are eligible for it.
MPhil,
Yes,
I had some 15 years of
yes,
experience. I am associate professor, assistant professor.
in academics. In no, what is the rank given to you, sir?
Ma'am,
That is what is given to you by the management is that will tell you what is the position you have.
in 2019,
You got it,
our
sir?
Bardaya University, they
Yes,
gave that
sir.
as an associate professor. And I was the chief
You have
superintendent over there. I conducted the examinations.
okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
now I am associate professor or assistant professor.
At present institution, what is the position given to you, sir?
They didn't give anything. I am itself writing like assistant professor like that. I am writing.
No, sir. You should inquire your the team, the employer, what position actually you have.
Employer they didn't give anything, ma'am.
No, sir. In your appointment, what is given, sir?
Ma'am, I mean, the employment before giving the employment order, at the time I have written as assistant professor. That's why they have written as assistant professor only. But
You can
our
go,
Bharatiya
sir.
University they have
Sir,
given as
usually,
associate professor.
sir, usually in our institution, sir, in Hindustan University, actually, as you
Even
said, when we
Hindustan
come
University
in,
only
we come
worked.
to the position.
Okay, tell
Yes,
me.
yes, sir. Let me complete, sir. But every year they will ask, do you want any promotion? They will ask for the promotion. They will send the promotion application form, sir. The
Okay.
person of assistant would apply for the associate, and the team will work and see whether it
We
is
will give
eligible
the
for
performance
associate.
appraisal and
If so,
everything.
means
Okay,
not on
ma'am.
the
Tell me.
performance appraisal. Yeah, of course, the ranking will be given on the basis of performance appraisal and other eligibility criteria. But this is a separate application form they will give, sir, for promotion separately, performance appraisal separately.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
like that, if a person, anyone feels that he is actually given a lesser position, would go and ask for it, sir.
Ma'am, one more question, ma'am. I got
Yes, sir.
one design patent. and utility patent.
Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
is
sir.
good or bad, ma'am? We can get it or not?
Sir, we can get it provided, as I told, we have to search the, policy of the institution, sir.
Okay,
The
ma'am.
policy of the institution permit us to go by alone or not, that you have to see. That is your invention, you can get it, sir. But certain things, what practical problem we are facing in the recent years, recent days is
Duplications,
the
risk
research.
factor.
One thing is duplication, other thing is giving money and getting the patent, that is also there. And the third one is research policy is there, sir, which is given in the service book of every institution, the service book. As an staff, we will not go and search the service book. We just see our appointment order and we go on it. But in service book, what to be done, do's and don'ts of each faculty. I mean, each faculty means the faculty with cadre are clearly given, sir. So even I faced a problem that there is a policy that it should not be obtained by individual person. It should be obtained in the name of the institution only. It was clearly given, expressively given in the service book. Even I didn't see it, sir. So that's why I mentioned here clearly that if anything means we have to ask the research policy of the particular institution where we work, sir.
Okay, ma'am. I have published one book also
Yes, sir.
in regarding commerce. It is good.
Yes, sir. Okay.
For that, our institution will give some appreciations, right, ma'am?
Sir, yours is
It depends
Hindustan.
upon
Yours at Hindustan
my.
Arts. No, sir. You're working for Hindustan Arts, sir.
No, ma'am. I am working in Bangalore, ma'am.
Oh, fine, sir. Sir, in my institution, sir, at present, Hindustan is giving awards for NPTL topper and for book publication, book chapter publication, they are giving it, sir. I did not know about the past. I have joined 2 years back here, and before that, I was heading the department, commerce department at Amet University, sir.
Okay.
So just 2 years back only, I joined Hindustan University.
2 years back, I
So
was in Hindustan
I
only.
worked at oh, that's why, sir, I didn't see you. I have joined in 2023. I was there in Amet University. I was head of the department there in the commerce. Amet AMET.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
Thank
it
you for.
it varies from institution to. Thank you so much for sharing your views, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
Nothing.
Ma'am, I have a question. Whether getting ISO certification will help in, say, getting a NAC certification, or will it provide some benefits?
Which one, sir?
ISO
Which one, sir?
certification. ISO.
Yes, sir. ISO certification. ISO, sir. All kind of audit will come across the parameter 6, sir. All audit, whatever is done, will be included in the parameter 6, sir. And also, sir, one thing I will tell you, sir. When we follow whatever the audit we follow, sir, we will be keep on maintaining the documentation properly, sir.
Yes, for ISO we
Maybe
maintain the
the
documentation, of course.
yes, sir. It help us, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Ma'am, there are two questions from my side. Are there
Yes,
any
sir.
criteria that need to be checked regarding the publisher when contributing chapters in an edited book? I mean, like, are there any UGC guidelines in this regard?
Sir, we can just browse it, sir. You can browse and search whether the publisher is, it's a true person or not, because so many fraudulent activities are going there, sir, in the
Yes,
publication, sir.
ma'am. Yes.
But you just wait for it, sir. I heard a news that the government is going to subscribe all journals, make it as a one thing. I mean, one subscription which will be helpful for us to know whether it is true or not, sir. And one more thing I will tell you, sir. If it is if you are searching in a particular journal, if it is a open access, sir, if it is open access to us, it is paid, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
If
Okay.
it is open access to the viewer, it is made by the researchers, sir. If it is a closed access, means it has value. It
Okay.
is not paid journal. It's not a paid one. So this is one clue normally we follow. Even I'm also struggling a lot for finding out the right publishers, sir, for a good work.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Why? Because there are a lot of advertisements also coming for
But it
calling
doesn't,
for
sir. No, sir, it
chapters in
doesn't
edited
mean
books.
that. That you can chapters in the edited book, sir. Only thing is, ISBN number is important, sir. ISBN number that even we can get it directly from the portal itself, sir. From
Okay.
Rajaram
Okay.
Mohan Rao website, you can get it at free of cost itself. But the only thing is, I have tried that in the past. But after getting the ISBN, after making book publication, there is a procedure to submit it back. That means you have to send that book to them. Some procedure is there, but I missed it. And after then, my ISBN got cancelled. So what I am doing is nowadays I also depend on the publisher only for publishing because they know it better in a better way. Though we can get it freely from the directly from that organization, but there are some thing is there because I have faced the same problem. My ISBN got cancelled. But book chapter you can rely, sir. Whatever the publisher is, we have to make sure that they have got the ISBN number and go to the Raja Mohan Rao website and search whether that ISBN is allotted for that particular editor, to that
Okay.
particular
Okay.
author whose name is given as a edition. That you can do it, sir. You just browse as a Rajaram Mohan Rao book, sir, or else you just browse in the Google that ISBN book publication. Like that, if you browse, you will get the a link, sir. You go and search in that. It's possible. You can search it.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. And my second
Yes,
question
sir.
is, you mentioned
Yes,
that
sir.
only FDPs with a minimum duration of 5 days or more are recognized by NAC. So if a person attends a one-day FTP, whether national or
No, sir. It
international,
is not accepted, sir. No, sir. Nowadays, it is not accepted by them. They want us to stay for at least 5 days, maybe of online or offline, but minimum 5 days they're asking, sir. To be
minimum
at
five
safer
days,
side,
right,
that
ma'am?
is, if you are attending, if it, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am, Yamlata ma'am, one more question, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir,
This is
yes,
Rajni.
sir,
Ma'am,
yes, sir, yes, sir,
associate professor, assistant professor, and everything you told.
yes,
Regarding
sir.
IPR, ma'am. Hello,
Regarding
ma'am.
IPR, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, sir.
They can before itself, before 1 year itself. For example, we are developing concept. Before itself 1 year before itself, we can register, right, ma'am?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you, sir. Please, can you come again?
Ma'am, before 1 year itself, we can register, no, about the concept, and after 1 year, after doing the research, we can do it, right?
This is of you're asking IPR, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is
Copy
of
right.
what context you're.
For
You
example,
can do it, sir.
about the goals.
Because that is
And
your concept, sir.
my
So that
concept
is
is,
your concept and idea.
it is about goals, ma'am.
You can,
We can
yeah, you
register
can do
right
it,
now.
sir.
After that, we can
Sir,
go for
I'm,
research and we can do that thing, no, ma'am.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
That's the thing I'm asking. 1 year or
Thank you,
two
sir.
years, ma'am.
You're,
Just now only you told about
I'm not
smart,
sure, sir.
specific, measurable, and all you told us.
Objectives you're saying, sir.
Smart
Sir, that
objective.
I told for objectives. Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. You told about smart objectives. Like that, I am framing a theme for
You're asking for
goal.
IPR.
Yeah, ma'am.
That exactly I do not know, sir.
Okay, ma'am. And one more thing, ma'am. For
Yes, sir.
doing in American Marketing Association, Newman. For
Yes,
that,
sir.
any procedure is there? AMA.
No, sir. This is new to me, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you,
Okay, ma'am.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Shall we wind it up, sir? Am I audible? Organizers, Gunasilan, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shall we wind it up, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Professor Dr. S. Hemlata ma'am, for the incredible thought-provoking session. Now you have a better understanding of OBE, ABC, T, budget, NET, ICT, and course, post-5, PO, CO, attainment, and mentality. As these are the quality initiatives, will enhance our knowledge in academic and research, and I'm sure it will help us in our career journey. Thank you so much for the wonderful session, ma'am. Thank you so much. As we are near the end of this faculty development program, now I call upon Mr. F. Hussain Sabri Raman, Assistant Professor, PhD Department of Commerce for Delhi University.
Thanks. Good afternoon, one and all present here. My name is Sivaram, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, and it's my pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for today's session. Let me first of all start by giving glory to Almighty God for making today's session a resounding success. First and foremost, we thank our founder and chairman, Private Scholar Dr. J. Avidas, Cloud Administrator, MBB, and our dynamic principal, Dr. Gaurav. I would also like to extend the deepest gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. S. Hemlata ma'am, whose expertise has made us the event a grand success. Thank you, ma'am. My heartfelt thanks to the head of various departments and the faculties for their valuable contribution towards this beautiful program. I want to thank each and everyone for your active participation and commitment towards your professional development. Thank you once again all for your presence and involvement. We hope you have gained valuable insights that will help you in your educational journey. On behalf of this organization, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and look forward to seeing you at future events. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you all for your valuable presence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.